by Coca-Cola and Glenn Smith Chevy GMC. We are on the air. It's breakfast at Columbus High School Randy Jordan Field, and Calvary, the leadoff hitter for the Lady Knights. Maddie Davis just laid down a really nice bunt, and she runs it out, beats it out at first base, and Calvary has the first base runner of the day as we come on the air here from Randy Jordan Field. Now at the plate, Kendall Gum, left-handed hitting center fielder for the Lady Knights. And she takes strike one. Overcast day. We're a little bit thankful for that. The runner goes, and she is going to be out at second base. She got a good jump, but her slide, sometimes on the turf, you bounce a little bit, and as she went into second base, instead of her lead foot going into the bag, it came off the ground, and they were able to place the tag. So one away here. And Kendall Gum rips that one up the middle. It's going to go to the gap. It's going to get all the way to the wall. She rounds second, and she's going to stop there. Now the ball is dropped in the outfield as the fielder was starting to throw, and she's all the way to third. So Kendall Gum with a double officially, and we'll give that an error on her reaching third base. But Calvary with a runner at third base with only one away here in the top of the first inning. And that'll bring up Kentley Spates, the Lady Knights' third baseman. Addie Hart on the mound, and there's a single up the middle. And just like that, Calvary is on the board. One away here, top of the first. Kentley Spates with the RBI single. And Kendall Gum scores the first run of the game. Here's a swing and a miss. This is Brindley McKelvey at the plate now. Number 4 hitter in the order, the first baseman for Calvary. Calvary in their all-black uniforms today. Columbus High white jerseys, royal blue pants. On the inside corner at the knees, an excellent pitch by Addie Hart, and it's no balls and 2 strikes. So McKelvey in a hole here. Trying to have a good inning here in the top of the first. Calvary already up 1-0. There's one away, 0-2 to McKelvey. That ball's fouled back over our head here. And it's still 0-2 to the Calvary first baseman. We're not going to complain about the overcast skies today because it could be a lot warmer if the sun was out. As it is, it's a nice August day. There's a high fly ball out to right field. The right fielder is under it and makes the grab for Columbus. That was Maya Wiggins out in right field to make that grab, and that will bring up Allie Halstead. Allie is the daughter of Calvary head coach Jeff Halstead. That pitch is up in the zone but called a strike from Addie Hart. Columbus comes in at 1-2. Calvary 1-0 on the season so far. Very early in the 2025 season. There's a line drive off the glove of Hart. It's going to deflect, and it's going to end up being a base hit. Tried to make the short play at second base. That is Winchester, Lexi Winchester out at second base. And she tried to get the easy way as the ball deflected over to her. That ball was smoked up the middle, and Addie Hart was lucky to get her glove up. But first and second now with 2 outs for Calvary on the single. Charlie Spann looks at ball one. Spann, another right-handed hitter. There's a nice bunt laid down. She is going to beat it out. No, they're going to call her out. We don't have any review at the high school level, folks. That one was bang, bang. And so, in the top of the first inning, Calvary pushes across a run to take an early lead. We're going to take a quick break, and we'll be right back here on Georgia-Alabama Sports Live.
Get ready to smile. It's Truck Month at Glenn Smith Chevrolet in Opelika. Choose from a huge selection of brand new full-size Chevrolet Silverados. Discounted up to $13,750 off. New 2025 Chevy Equinox, the compact SUV that features high-tech options and discounts up to $5,000 off. You can enjoy no payments until July. People from all over the USA save at Glenn Smith Chevrolet. Get ready to smile.
And we are back here at Randy Jordan Field as Calvary takes the field for the bottom of the first. Mackenzie Jones will be in the circle for Calvary. Her battery mate is Maddie Davis. And she will face Addie Hart, the opposing pitcher, as the leadoff hitter. Lexi Winchester and Lauren Wiggins as the first three hitters in the Columbus order. As we said, Calvary comes in at 1-0. They were a 9-0 victor over Stratford Academy. Of course, Calvary in the GIAA and Columbus High in the GHSA. And Calvary comes into the season, preseason top 3 in GIAA. Columbus High coming off a nice playoff run last year. Both teams lost a couple of players and looking to reload here in 2025. First pitch is down for ball one. Jones, the pitch. Strike one down the middle. And it's 1-1. The pitch bounces up there, ball two. 2 balls and a strike. Great field here at Randy Jordan Field. They went turf a few years ago, and it has saved a lot of ball games when we've had inclement weather. But the good part is softball and baseball able to share this field. Swing and a miss, strike 2. 2 balls and 2 strikes now to Addie Hart. The 2-2 pitch bounces, 3 balls and 2 strikes. Looked like a drop ball there, dipped down, just caught the turf. And it's 3-2. Jones gets her sign. The pitch, swing and a miss. She struck her out. 1 away here at the bottom of the first, and that'll bring up Lexi Winchester. Right-handed hitter, the first pitch to Lexi. She shows bunt, pulls it back, and that ball's low for ball one. Mackenzie Jones asked for them to go through the signs again. She gets her pitch now. A nice pitch at the knees. That one tried to break back over the plate, stayed just off the plate inside, and it's 2 balls and no strikes. 1 away, we're in the bottom of the first inning. Nice crowd here today from both sides. There's a foul ball at the plate, and it's 2 balls and a strike. Jones has her sign. The 2-1 pitch. Low for ball 3. When Jones has missed so far here in this first inning, it has been low. Probably needs to make a little bit of adjustment in her release point. The 3-1 pitch fouled off over by the Calvary dugout, and it's 3 balls and 2 strikes. Second straight hitter, we've gone to a full count. Jones has her sign. The 3-2 offering. Fouled off again. Winchester being a tough at bat here. Getting the bat on it, protecting the plate. Jones has her sign. The pitch. Stays high. Ball 4. And Columbus High has a base runner. Excellent at bat from Lexi Winchester right there. She fought off some pitches, stayed alive, and waited it out and got ball 4. That pitch was borderline at the top of the zone, but the catcher did not catch it cleanly, and sometimes that makes a difference with the umpire's call. And that brings up Lauren Wiggins. Wiggins, one of the twin sisters here on the Columbus High team, and they are excellent athletes. I know them from my time back at St. Luke when they were either 5th or 6th graders. That ball's off the plate outside. It's 2-0 now to Lauren. Jones having a little trouble nailing down the zone here in the first inning. That ball's fouled away by Lauren Wiggins. She's a left-handed hitter. These young ladies are excellent basketball players, excellent softball players, and really probably whatever sport they decide to endeavor in, they are going to be some of the quality players on the team. Jones, the pitch, swing and a miss. That was a changeup. She was fooled on that pitch and was way out in front. And it's 2 balls and 2 strikes now. That ball low and away, and again, a 3-2 count. Third hitter of the inning, third 3-2 count. In softball, it's not as much of a big deal to go deep into counts. And there's strike 3 on the outside corner. What a great pitch from Mackenzie Jones. Second strikeout of the inning, the first of the looking variety. And that'll bring up Grace Scott, the Lady Blue Devil catcher. We're excited to be bringing you this action here on Georgia Alabama Sports Live. The new and improved Georgia Alabama Sports Live is what I call it. There's a strike on the outside corner. Jones may be starting to hone the strike zone in as we go along. Runner at first, 2 away. Calvary leads 1-0. There's a swing and a miss, a good changeup right there, change of pace from Mackenzie Jones, and it's no balls and 2 strikes. Football season kicks off in earnest this week. Of course, softball and volleyball have led things off on Georgia Alabama Sports Live. Had a little weather issue. That ball's up and away. 4-1. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Some of the softball games were scheduled for earlier this week, and of course we had a ton of rain here in the area. And so some had to be rescheduled. There's a drive down the left field line. That's going to hook foul. That was an off-speed pitch, and Scott was way out in front of it and fouled it deep down the left field side. And it's a ball and 2 strikes. Jones, the 1-2. Another nice pitch that stayed just off the inside corner. That is a little breaking pitch. It's almost, if its counterpart in baseball, if you're wondering, is the cutter that has a small break on it, a small late break on it, and that one just stayed off the inside corner again. And that one's fouled away. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Deuces are wild on the board. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Calvary leads 1-0. Columbus has a runner on in Lexi Winchester at first base and Grace Scott at the plate trying to make something happen and keep this inning alive. The pitch. Swing and a miss. Dropped by the catcher. She'll toss down to first base, and that'll be it. So Mackenzie Jones strikes out the side, sandwiched around a walk. Nothing doing for Columbus High in the bottom of the first inning. We will go away for a moment and pay some bills. We'll be back in a moment on Georgia-Alabama Sports Live. And we're back at Randy Jordan Field. Leading off for Calvary here in the top of the second inning is Cadence Cox, the right fielder. And ladies and gentlemen, we are proud to announce and excited to announce our partnership with Coca-Cola this year on Georgia-Alabama Sports Live. We're proud to welcome Coca-Cola as a presenting sponsor and an essential part of our team as we grow into the future. Classic taste, timeless memories. We are officially a Coke company here at Georgia-Alabama Sports Live. There's strike one on the outside corner. It's now 1-1 to Cadence Cox. I'm excited about the Coca-Cola partnership because they are the distributor of Dr. Pepper products here around, and Dr. Pepper is my go-to. I like Dr. Pepper Zero and Diet Dr. Pepper. So if you ever want to bribe me to say good things about your players here on Georgia Alabama Sports Live, just bring me a Diet Dr. Pepper or a Dr. Pepper Zero, and I'll make it happen. Only kidding. I'm going to say good things about your players anyway. 1 ball, 2 strikes as a called strike on that pitch. There's a ground ball over to shortstop. Fielded, throws across. I think she would have beaten it out anyway. I'm going to go down with that as an infield single because I think she was crossing the bag when that throw arrived, but it was high, and it nailed the first base coach. I don't know his name, but he turned, and luckily it got him in the middle of the back, but he took it full force. And that brings up Brooklyn Taylor. Taylor is the left fielder. Taylor takes strike one down the middle, a little above belt high, and it's 0-1. Calvary has hit the ball hard. That was a hard hit ground ball. It was a nice play by the shortstop going toward third base. Just could not get set and make the accurate throw. There's the ball way outside for a 1-1 count. It's 1-0 Calvary. We are in the top of the second inning. An RBI single from Kentley Spates back in the first inning brought home Kendall Gum with the game's only run so far. Calvary looking to have a rally here in the second. Another strike called. Stolen base this time, and they are successful as Cox is in there on the steal. Good throw from Scott, the catcher, but a good jump and good speed from Cadence Cox. So a runner in scoring position now for Taylor. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Fouls it straight back. Had a good swing at that one. Jeff Halstead coaching down at third. Hart has her sign. The delivery. Fly ball in the infield. Winchester's going to grab that one out at second base, and there's one away. So the runner remains at second base. And that'll bring up Reagan Terry, the designated player in this game. Left-handed hitter. Fouls that one straight back over my head here. I'm waiting on it, Tyler. Sometime during this game, we're probably going to have to make a play. No balls and a strike. Bunt laid down the third base side. It's going to roll foul. Good thought right there. Good read on the defense. Just couldn't keep it fair. So it's no balls and 2 strikes to Brooklyn Taylor. She stands back in. Addie Hart trying to get out of this without allowing a run. And there is a squibber off the end of the bat. Protecting the plate was Taylor, and fouls that one over toward the third base dugout. And we'll do it again. No balls, 2 strikes. That ball's high for ball 1. 1 and 2. Trying to coax a swing on one of those that looks like a beach ball coming in. But good discipline from Brooklyn Taylor. Or excuse me, from Reagan Terry. Terry back in. There's a drive out to center field. That's going to burn the center fielder and get all the way to the wall. And rounding third and scoring easily is Cadence Cox. And that ball was ripped. Center fielder, it wasn't that far away from her, but she had no chance to field that ball. It was hit so hard, and with any backspin on it at all, that ball would have been out of here. And that'll bring up the top of the order. And Maddie Davis. Davis started things with a bunt single. That ball low and away. It's a ball and no strikes. So Calvary trying to get a rally going. You know, a lot of times strategy-wise people think, and just logic-wise people would think that the hitters at the bottom of the order are your weaker hitters. That is not the case in a lot of – here's another great bunt by Maddie Davis and another bunt single as she dropped that one down and killed it perfectly. And there'll be runners at first and third. That is 2 excellent base hit bunts by Maddie Davis. See if she takes off on one of these first couple of pitches as Kendall Gum steps in. Gum with a double back in the first inning. She takes strike 1. And Davis does trot down to second base. Ball off the plate outside, a ball and a strike. It was kind of a delayed steal from Maddie Davis. Good pitch there, but not called a strike. That one must have come around the plate a little bit and just off the outside corner, and it's 2 balls and a strike. Kendall Gum, left-handed hitting center fielder. That one stays down. The catcher tried to pull that one up and get a strike call out of it, and it's 3 balls and a strike now. So Kendall Gum can be selective at the plate. Addie Hart got to come to her here or she'll have the bases loaded. And that one stays down as well. Ball 4, and the bases are loaded. And they'll bring up Kentley Spates. Spates had an RBI single back in the first inning. 1 away, Calvary threatening big time here with the bases loaded. A little meeting on the mound of the Columbus infield. Going over assignments and also encouraging their pitcher, Addie Hart. Spates steps back in. Hart, first pitch to her. Fouled off just over to our right. And it's no balls and a strike. One thing I know about Calvary, I saw a lot of these girls play in middle school. They are going to aggressively swing the bat and aggressively run the bases. And they have carried their middle school success into high school. That ball is low and in. It's 1 ball, 1 strike. Bases loaded. Calvary up 2-0 now, trying to add to that here in the top of the second. Swing and a drive. That's going to get over the shortstop and into the gap. 1 run is in. 2 runs are in. Here comes the 3rd run in Kendall Gum, and she's going to score a 3 RBI double for Kentley Spates, and she has 4 RBIs in this game. 4 of the 5 runs have been driven in by Kentley Spates. And 4 runs across here in the second inning, and they're still hitting, are the Calvary Lady Knights. Brinley McKelvey at the plate. She flew out to right field back in the first. The 1-0 shows bunt, and that's going to be a strike called. She pulled the bat back, but it was a strike called, and it's 1-1. The pitch, up and away, ball 2. That ball's low and in. 3 balls and a strike. And there's a strike called. 3 balls and 2 strikes. The 3-2 pitch stays up and in, ball 4. And that'll put another runner on for Calvary. Only 1 out in the inning. And Allie Halstead will step to the plate. She had a single back in the first inning. Left-handed hitter. Lays a bunt down, and it's a beauty. Nobody's going to get retired on that one. The third baseman had to stay home or either missed a coverage there. She stayed with the bag with the runner at second base, and that one just was perfectly laid down the line, and the bases loaded again for Calvary. And here's a fly ball in the infield, and Lexi Winchester's going to get that. The runner tags from third, and she's going to score. Heads up base running by Kentley Spates right there as Lexi Winchester was going away from the infield out behind second base and made that catch. She tagged and was able to beat the throw to the plate, and it's now 6-0 Calvary. So Cadence Cox, who started things here in the second inning, is back at the plate. Looks at ball one. Runners at first and second. It's 6-0 Calvary. 5 runs across so far here in the inning. 2 away. And Calvary has batted around. The 1-0. Ground ball hard to second base. And she's going to be retired by Winchester for the third out, but not before the Knights push across 5 runs in the inning, and they take a 6-0 lead here at Randy Jordan Field. We'll be back for the bottom of the second inning on Georgia Alabama Sports Live. Join us.
Get ready to smile. It's Truck Month at Glenn Smith Chevrolet in Opelika. Choose from a huge selection of brand new full-size Chevrolet Silverados. Discounted up to $13,750 off. New 2025 Chevy Equinox, the compact SUV that features high-tech options and discounts up to $5,000 off. You can enjoy no payments until July. People from all over the USA save at Glenn Smith Chevrolet. Get ready to smile.
And we're back at Randy Jordan Field. Columbus High, swing and a miss there from Aubrey McBride, who leads off here, the third baseman for Columbus High. Pitch to her, foul down the first baseline. It's 0-2. Ladies and gentlemen, we'd like to give a special thanks to Glenn Smith for being our original presenting sponsor here on Georgia Alabama Sports Live. From day one, their unmatched support and commitment to our community have helped fuel our mission to bring you the very best in local sports coverage. We're honored to partner with them again as we kick off year 4 together. And if you're in need of a new vehicle, folks, they've got plenty of inventory. I go by there a lot, and I admire the shiny new Chevrolets and GMCs, and they've also got a great used inventory as well. You can find just about anything you're looking for. They even had an exotic sports car. I believe it was a Porsche the last time I went by there on their lot. So you can find just about anything at Glenn Smith Chevy GMC. The 0-2 pitch, swing and a miss on a big changeup, and that is 4 of the 5 batters faced for Mackenzie Jones have left after striking out. That'll bring up Maya Wiggins, the other of the twins here on the Columbus High roster. Maya playing in right field. That is low and away, 1-0. She wears number 42. In honor, I am almost positive in honor of the great Jackie Robinson. There's strike one on the outside corner. Unlike Lauren, Maya is a right-handed hitter. That one's fouled away off the thumbs. Squibbed over by the Calvary dugout. And it's 1 ball and 2 strikes. 1 away. We're in the bottom of the second inning. Calvary with a big 5-run top of the second have taken a 6-0 lead over Columbus High. Swing and a miss. Another strikeout for Mackenzie Jones, and that'll bring up Layla Hendrick, the shortstop. Ball up and out of the zone. That one low and away out of the zone. 2 balls, no strikes. That is a strike called on the outside corner. 2 balls and a strike to Hendrick. First plate appearance for Hendrick. Swing and a miss. Strike 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. That one had some heat on it, and Hendrick was a little bit behind. So from 2-0 to 2-2, Jones works. That one just breaks off the plate. Excellent pitch. That's that breaking pitch from her that I compare to a cutter in baseball. It doesn't have a big sweeping break. It has a very quick late break. The 3-2. Down and in, that's ball 4. So the second base runner of the game comes via the same route, and that is a walk from Mackenzie Jones, and that'll bring up Peyton Brown, the designated player. Two outs here in the bottom of the second, 6-0 Calvary. Shows bunt, and that's a strike on the outside corner. Sadie Childers on deck for Columbus High. Swing and a miss. Strike 2. Mackenzie Jones looking to record her 6th strikeout. Yes, that's right. This is the second inning. And there's a pop fly down the first base side, and that's going to be run down over there by Allie Halstead. She came from her second base position, ran that ball down in foul territory, and that is the first non-strikeout recorded for Calvary. But nothing doing. A runner left for Columbus in the bottom of the second. We're going to go to the top of the third. It's 6-0 Calvary. We'll be back in a moment on Georgia Alabama Sports Live. Welcome back to Randy Jordan Field. We go to the top of the third inning. Calvary comes to the plate leading 6-0. Ladies and gentlemen, as we told you a little bit earlier, this year, Georgia Alabama Sports Live is proud to announce our partnership with Coca-Cola as a presenting sponsor. And I have cracked open my Dr. Pepper Zero here at the ballpark. And I'm a big fan. Coca-Cola is the distributor of Dr. Pepper products as well as all of those fantastic Coca-Cola products. And you can find them anywhere. Have a Coke and a smile used to be the slogan. I think it still is every now and then. One ball and no strikes. There's a foul ball on into the steep. Oh, and a nice play by a parent. He bobbled it, but then recovered and made the catch. So no error charged. If this was the Savannah Bananas, that would have been an out. So 1-1 to Brooklyn Taylor. And there's a drive out into left center field. That's going to get down into the gap. And she's going to race into second base with a double. So a leadoff double here in the top of the third inning for Brooklyn Taylor, and that'll bring up Reagan Terry. Terry doubled on a shot back in the second inning. And Calvary in business again. There's a fly ball in the infield. That's going to, I think the shortstop lost it and lost sight of it, and it ended up hitting about 10 feet from her. I think she thought the outfielders were going to come in and recover, but that one was kind of in no man's land. It was a tough spinning off the bat of a left-handed hitter, spinning away from toward the left field line, and a base hit. Ends up being a double. And there's a drive out to left field, deep to left field, and that's going to get over the head of Lauren Wiggins. And both runs are going to score, and here comes a triple for Maddie Davis. Two RBIs on that one. So 3 batters, 3 extra base hits. And that'll bring up Kendall Gum. Gum is 1 for 1 with a double and a walk and 2 runs scored so far in this game. Another infield meeting here. Runner at third base, nobody out. Calvary trying to take advantage here and continue putting runs on the board. There's a high fly ball, foul territory down the left side. Nobody's going to get there. Gets out of play. No balls and a strike to Kendall Gum. The 0-1 pitch driven out to left field. There's a base hit. And it's 9-0. Impressive offensive show here by Calvary so far in this game. No matter where in the order you are, they're not showing a weakness here today. And that'll bring up Kentley Spates. She is 2 for 2 with 4 RBIs here in this game. There's a fly ball that's going to curl foul down the right side. So 4 batters to the plate, 4 hits, and 3 runs so far here in this third inning. Kentley Spates 2 for 2. There's a drive out to center field. That is going to get down for a base hit. It's going to get past the center fielder. And Gum's going to score, and that's going to be a triple for Kentley Spates. And, folks, you don't talk about this too often in softball, but at the moment, Kentley Spates has 3/4 of a cycle, and she has them in order. Single, double, triple. There's a fly ball foul down the right side. Brindley McKelvey, she is 0 for 1 with a walk, flew out in the first inning and walked in the second inning. The other thing about Kentley Spates' performance, she now has 5 RBIs. The 0-1 pitch, driven out to center field. That is going to be caught on the line. It's going to be a sacrifice fly, and that'll be run number 11. And the 5th run here in the inning. And the first out recorded. And we are going to have, I believe, a pinch hitter here. The umpire is standing directly in my way, and he finally moves. I can see the number. It's Laney Ellis who will pinch hit for Allie Halstead here. Ground ball back to the pitcher. She's going to be retired. And there's 2 away. And that'll bring up Charlie Spann. 2 away. Calvary with a big lead now. Takes ball 1, up and away. Spann has flied out twice. One of those ended up being a sacrifice fly, a short of the short variety. Didn't get all the way out to the outfield. There's a single lined into left field, sharp single. And Calvary trying to start the motor again here with 2 outs. First hit of the day for Charlie Spann. Now they'll bring up Cadence Cox. Cox has a single and a stolen base and a run scored in the game so far. She is the 8th hitter to the plate in this inning. The 0-1 pitch. That's going to be into center field. That's going to get by the center fielder all the way to the wall for a double. And a run scored. So Cadence Cox with a double and an RBI. And Charlie Spann comes in to score, run number 12 for Calvary. And they have batted around again for the second inning in a row. And Brooklyn Taylor, who started this inning with a double, is back at the plate. She scored on a double by Reagan Terry. There's a high fly ball, shallow left field. Wiggins is coming in. She's not going to get there. That's going to fall in front of her and end up going to be a pop fly double for Brooklyn Taylor. So 2 doubles in the inning for Brooklyn Taylor and another run for Calvary, and it's 13-0. Reagan Terry will come. No, I'm sorry. We have a pinch hitter for Calvary. Anna Booth will be a pinch hitter here. She looks at ball 1. Right-handed hitter, wears number 77. I bet there's a story behind that. Fouled straight back. 1 ball, 1 strike. 2 outs. Calvary has pushed across 7 runs here in this third inning. So they had 1 in the first, 5 in the second, and 7 here in the third. That ball gets away from the catcher. The runner's going to advance to third. Two balls and a strike, 2 outs. That ball bounces again. 3 balls and a strike now. That ball up and away and a walk. So Anna Booth, the pinch hitter, draws a walk. And we've got another pinch hitter for Maddie Davis. And I cannot see her number. I believe that is number 23, Belle Graham, who is pinch hitting. She takes a strike. Right-handed hitter. 2 away. We're in the top of the third inning. Calvary has pushed across 7 so far here in the top of the third. There's a ground ball down the third baseline. It gets by the third baseman and stays fair. Anna Booth going to make it all the way into third, and a double down the line for Belle Graham. And Kendall Gum back at the plate. She takes ball 1. And takes ball 2 up and in. My scorebook's a mess, but that's okay. Fly ball foul. That's going to get over on top of the press box. Out of play. 2 balls and a strike to Kendall Gum. Gum in the game is 2 for 2 with a walk and 3 runs scored and 1 RBI. Like several of her mates in this Calvary offensive lineup, they are having a good day. Fouled straight back. And it's 2-2. Deuces are wild now. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Kendall Gum trying to keep things alive and get a couple more across here for for Calvary. Takes that one off the outside corner. It's 3-2. That was a hard pitch to take. It was off the plate. It was well off the plate. But sometimes, especially in a game the way this one is going, the umpires get very generous. You don't want to take too many pitches. She calls time. And Jeff Halstead has his runner at third leave early to end the inning. And that'll be the third out. So, 8 runs across here in the third inning for Calvary. It is 14-0 now. Calvary over Columbus. We're going to take a break. We'll be back in just a moment on Georgia Alabama Sports Live.
Get ready to smile. It's Truck Month at Glenn Smith Chevrolet in Opelika. Choose from a huge selection of brand new full-size Chevrolet Silverados. Discounted up to $13,750 off. New 2025 Chevy Equinox, the compact SUV that features high-tech options and discounts up to $5,000 off. You can enjoy no payments until July. People from all over the USA save at Glenn Smith Chevrolet. Get ready to smile.
Imagine making your dreams a reality, achieving your goals and aspirations, and having a financial partner that understands your dreams never sleep. At Kinetic Credit Union, we're more than just a bank. We're 40,000 members strong, with local service, personal connections, and a nationwide network, leading-edge technology to help you. Imagine making your dreams a reality, achieving your goals and aspirations, and having a financial partner that understands your dreams never sleep. At Kinetic Credit Union, we're more than just a bank. We're 40,000 members strong, with local service.
Back to Randy Jordan Field, bottom of the third inning. Calvary leads 14-0 here. Leading off is Sadie Childers. Fouls that one off. Kendall Gum is in the circle now. There's several defensive changes for Calvary. We'll try to get those mentioned as we can. I can tell you that Anna Booth has stayed in the game at first base. Gum is in the circle. That one's low and away, or just low for ball one. It's 1-1. Cadence Cox is now at second base. I believe Brinley McKelvey. I can't see the number well enough from here. I think she's moved to right field. That may be another player, though. I'll try to get the number. And in center field, I think that is Ellie Stokes, but I'm not 100% sure. Try to get these numbers when they're a little closer to me or when they turn their back and I can see the large numbers. 2-2 pitch is up and up high for ball three. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Kendall Gum in relief. Excellent performance from Mackenzie Jones. 5 strikeouts in 2 innings of work. And no hits allowed. There's a bouncing ball, and that's going to be fielded by Booth, and she steps on first. For the 3 unassisted. And there's 1 out here in the bottom of the third. And that'll bring up Addie Hart. Hart was a strikeout victim in the bottom of the first inning, making her second plate appearance. Looks at ball 1. Gum a lefty. Bats left, throws left. A little different look coming at the Columbus High hitters. Gets her sign. The delivery. Swing and a miss. 1 ball, 1 strike. One ball, 1 strike, 1 out. 2 balls, 1 strike, 1 out here in the bottom of the 3rd inning. Swing and a miss, strike 2. Columbus trying to scratch across a run here. They've had nothing doing so far on the offensive side. No hits in the game. A couple of base runners on walks. The 2-2 pitch. There's a pop fly in the infield. That's going to be taken out at second base by Cox. And there are 2 away. That'll bring up Lexi Winchester. Strike 1 on the outside corner at the knees. Excellent pitch from Kendall Gum. There's strike 2 at the knees. Ladies and gentlemen, make sure you follow Georgia Alabama Sports Live on all social media. Every platform out there, Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, YouTube. Make sure you follow us and keep up with all that's going on here. Subscribe to all of our pages. We have shows, we have podcasts. And, of course, we have plenty of live action. And we also archive these games so you can go back and watch them later. Swing and a miss, strike 3. And Columbus High is retired here in the top of the 3rd. So we'll go to the top of the 4th inning now. Calvary leads 14-0. We'll be back in just a moment on Georgia Alabama Sports Live.
Imagine making your dreams a reality, achieving your goals and aspirations, and having a financial partner that understands your dreams never sleep. At Kinetic Credit Union, we're more than just a bank. We're 40,000 members strong with local service, personal connections, and a nationwide network. Leading-edge technology to help you make financial decisions easier, smarter, and safer. We are Kinetic Credit Union, the energy for your dreams.
Back to Randy Jordan Field, top of the 4th inning. Kendall Gum will lead it off. Ladies and gentlemen, if you haven't had one yet this morning, some of you might be morning Coke drinkers like me, but join our partner. There's a drive out to center field. That is out of here. Kendall Gum jumped all over that pitch and drove it out to right center field for the home run. That ball was crushed. It was right up in her wheelhouse, and she got all of it and got it out of here. But enjoy, and we'd like to thank Coca-Cola. We're partnering with them this year. That is new for Georgia Alabama Sports Live, and it is huge. Coca-Cola, as everybody knows, in this Columbus and Chattahoochee Valley area, has a rich, rich history around here. As a matter of fact, the drink Coca-Cola was invented here in Columbus, Georgia. The Atlanta folks don't like to hear you say that because they like to take credit for it, but it is the truth. It was invented here in Columbus, Georgia. And so we're proud to have them, as we are also proud to welcome back Glenn Smith Chevy GMC in Opelika. They've been with us from the start. This is 4 years in a row, and here's a bloop single out over second base by Kentley Spates, and she keeps her stellar day going. With another single. And Brinley McKelvey now at the plate for Calvary. Looks at ball one. McKelvey is officially 0 for 1 in the game. She flew out in the second inning. She walked in the, flew out in the first inning, walked in the second inning, and had a sacrifice fly in the third. So she has one official at bat today, but does have an RBI. Lainey Ellis on deck. There's a ripped ball out into the right center field gap. That's going to get to the wall. And she'll get into second base with a double. So Brinley McKelvey joins the fun here with an extra base hit. And Kentley Spates stops at third base, and runners at second and third for Calvary. Lainey Ellis steps back in. Her second at bat. She came on as a pinch hitter last inning. Looks at strike one. She remained in the game to play left field. On deck, I believe, is another one of the defensive subs that came in. Nope, I'm sorry. That's Charlie Spann. Her ponytail, her braid was blocking the number, and I thought it was another digit on her jersey, but that is 16. That's Charlie Spann. So the 0-2 pitch up and away for ball one. Ellis grounded out to the pitcher in her pinch hit appearance. The 1-2 pitch up and away, ball two. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Nobody out here so far in the fourth inning. The pitch swing and a miss. Struck her out. Tied her up inside right there. Really nice pitch from Addie Hart. And there's one away. And that'll bring up Charlie Spann. And Cadence Cox is on deck. That ball fouled back, gets into the net. Spoke a moment ago about all we offer here on Georgia Alabama Sports Live. I'm going to put in a personal shameless plug here for the Step Up Make a Difference podcast. New editions come out every Sunday night. All of the older episodes are archived on Georgia Alabama Sports Live. Tomorrow, Marty Durden and I will welcome new Brookstone head coach Ian Headley on our podcast. So make sure you join that. Great story from the new face on the sidelines at Brookstone, coming up to Columbus from South Florida with a great background, was able to be at their scrimmage game last night with Chatco, and Brookstone looks very strong on the football field. There's a hard hit ground ball fielded at third base. Going to throw across and get the out. Wait a minute. Let's make sure they're going to stay with this. And they are going to say that the first baseman was off the bag, and that is the right call, by the way. The first baseman came off the bag very early. A run did score, and another runner is at third. So first and third with one out Excellent play by the third baseman. That ball was hit very hard. There's a fly ball down the left field line, going to spin foul. But Aubrey McBride gloved that hot shot like a champ and made a strong throw to first. But the first baseman, I think, saw the runners moving and tried to get an early start to cut off another run at the plate and just left the bag too soon. Another foul ball. And it's 0-2 now to Cadence Cox. Cox in the game, 2 for 3, a single, a double, 2 runs scored, a stolen base. Started the game in right field, moved to second base last inning. 0-2 to her. Fly ball out to left field. That's going to get by Lauren Wiggins out there. She took a step back and then came in, and that cost her some timing and just was not able to get a glove on it at all. And a run comes in. That'll make it 17 for Calvary. And Ellie Stokes is at the plate. That was Ellie Stokes that came in to the outfield. Fouls that one back. 1 ball, 1 strike. The breeze is getting up here. We might get some rain before this Saturday is over here in our area. But thankfully, we got a nice breeze and an overcast day, and it's not so hot. That ball up, out of the zone, 2 balls and a strike. The 1-1 pitch, strike 2 called. Ellie Stokes, one of 3 siblings at Calvary, her 2 brothers, good athletes as well. Actually, I think Nate may have graduated last year. I'm not sure. If not, he is a senior this year. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 away. We are in the top of the 4th inning. Fly ball in foul territory. Is anybody going to get there? No, it hits the net. Two balls, 2 strikes. Runners at first and second for Calvary, 1 away. We're in the top of the 4th. The pitch. High fly ball on the infield. Called for and caught in foul territory by Aubrey McBride, and there are 2 away. And that will bring up Anna Booth. Booth walked in her pinch hit appearance. She remained in the game at first base. Swing and a miss, off-speed pitch. Right in that area where it's hard for a right-handed hitter to lay off. On the inside part of the plate, up a little bit. The pitch looks great coming in, but it's hard to get those hands timed to make contact. Swing and a miss. Breaking pitch there. It's no balls and 2 strikes now to Anna Booth. The pitch. Stays down. Ball 1. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Booth, the 8th hitter of the inning for Calvary. The 1-2 pitch, up and away, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Folks like to thank Kinetic Credit Union for their sponsorship here of Georgia Alabama Sports Live. Kinetic Credit Union been around a long time here in our area. And a major part of the community. That pitch up and away, 3 balls, 2 strikes. Also join the Georgia Alabama Sports Live show. Also comes out on Sunday nights, I believe. Richard Holdridge, Thrift Behringer, sometimes some various guests. But check out our page. The Georgia Alabama Sports Live page will give you all sorts of options. There are several shows running. In addition to all of these live games and archived games that we have on the field, we have a lot going on off the field as well. And Anna Booth drew a walk there, so the ninth hitter of the inning will come to the plate. And that is Belle Graham, who's remained in the game. She swings and misses here. She had a double in her pinch hit performance back in the third inning. The 1-1 pitch. Fly ball, shallow right field. Maya Wiggins has that one go off her glove. She was under it and just had it hit off the heel of her glove. And Calvary adds another run. Actually, two more, I believe, on that play. First and third now. And a runner left early again to end the inning. And that ends it with Calvary scoring 5 more here in this inning and running their run total to 19. So we'll go to the bottom of the 4th inning. We'll take a break. We'll be back in just a moment on Georgia Alabama Sports Live.
Imagine making your dreams a reality, achieving your goals and aspirations, and having a financial partner that understands your dreams never sleep. At Kinetic Credit Union, we're more than just a bank. We're 40,000 members strong, with local service, personal connections, and a nationwide network. Leading-edge technology to help you make financial decisions easier, smarter, and safer. We are Kinetic Credit Union, the energy for your dreams.
Get ready to smile. It's Truck Month at Glenn Smith Chevrolet in Opelika. Choose from a huge selection of brand new full-size Chevrolet Silverados. Discounted up to $13,750 off. New 2025 Chevy Equinox, the compact SUV that features high-tech options and discounts up to $5,000 off. You can enjoy no payments until July. People from all over the USA save at Glenn Smith Chevrolet. Get ready to smile.
And we're back here at Randy Jordan Field. Columbus here in the bottom of the 4th inning. They trail big, trying to scratch across something here offensively. That ball not handled by the catcher, and it results in ball 1. Might have been low. Lauren Wiggins struck out looking back in the 1st inning. And that one hits her on the foot. And Columbus has a base runner. And that'll bring up Grace Scott, the catcher. Grace Scott had a long foul ball that was very close down the line in her first plate appearance. Runner goes, and she's going to be out. The throw was toward the first base side, but the shortstop, Charlie Spann, caught that one and got the glove down, actually tagged Lauren Wiggins in the head in the face mask as she went by. So a caught stealing there. And that's the first out. Wiggins not able to get down and out of the way in time there. Good pitch on the outside corner from Gum. It's 1 ball, 1 strike. So the base runner is erased here in the 4th for Columbus. The pitch. Ripped foul down the right side. That's the first one that's gotten out of the friendly confines of the fence here at Randy Jordan Field and over into a yard across the street. She was a little late on that, but got the barrel on it and hit it hard. 1 ball, 2 strikes. The 1-2 pitch. Way off the plate outside. Went fishing there trying to get a swing. Two balls, 2 strikes to the Columbus catcher. The 2-2 pitch. Low and away. 3 balls, 2 strikes now. And that ball's up. And another base runner. A walk to Grace Scott. And then a courtesy runner is going to come in for Scott, the catcher. Let's see if I can pick up the number. She has a lot of hair hanging down. I don't know if I'm going to be able to see that jersey number very well. 17 is the number. And that is Azariah Davis, who will be the pinch runner. And at the plate is Aubrey McBride. And if I'm pronouncing, it's either Azaria or Azariah. I don't know. It's probably Azaria. Another stolen base attempt and another runner thrown out. So the second base runner of the inning is erased. No balls, 2 strikes to Aubrey McBride. 2 away. We're in the bottom of the 4th. Swing and a miss. Caught cleanly by the catcher. And let's see. And that is your ball game. So your final score. Calvary 19, Columbus nothing. We'll take a quick break, and then we'll come right back and close things up here at Randy Jordan Field on this Saturday morning. We'll be back in a moment on Georgia Alabama Sports Live.
Get ready to smile. It's Truck Month at Glenn Smith Chevrolet in Opelika. Choose from a huge selection of brand new full-size Chevrolet Silverados. Discounted up to $13,750 off. New 2025 Chevy Equinox, the compact SUV that features high-tech options and discounts up to $5,000 off. You can enjoy no payments until July. People from all over the USA save at Glenn Smith Chevrolet. Get ready to smile.
Imagine making your dreams a reality.
Get ready to smile. It's Truck Month at Glenn Smith Chevrolet in Opelika. Choose from a huge selection of brand new full-size Chevrolet Silverados. Discounted up to $13,750 off. New 2025 Chevy Equinox, the compact SUV that features high-tech options and discounts up to $5,000 off. You can enjoy no payments until July. People from all over the USA save at Glenn Smith Chevrolet. Get ready to smile.
And we're back here at Randy Jordan Field. The final score in this contest is Calvary 19, Columbus High nothing. Calvary moves to 2-0. Columbus drops to 1-3 on the season. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, here on Georgia Alabama Sports Live, we're going to be bringing you a ton of action in the 25-26 school year. It's already started, but if you know, of course, you know it's August here in the Southeast, and you know football season kicks off, and we will be going full speed beginning this week here on here on Georgia Alabama Sports Live. Sometimes you see things and your brain associates. But we are so excited to welcome Coca-Cola as a sponsor. We've mentioned that during this broadcast, but Georgia Alabama Sports Live is now a Coke business, and Coca-Cola has been such a big factor in the city of Columbus for so many years. The formula invented here for Coca-Cola, and it's always been a stalwart in this Chattahoochee Valley area based in Columbus. Also, Glenn Smith Chevy GMC, they have been with Georgia Alabama Sports Live from the very beginning. They believed in this, and they have supported it, and we so appreciate it. And if you're listening to us and you're looking for a new vehicle or a great used vehicle or good service, go by Glenn Smith Chevy GMC in Opelika. Take a look at what they have. Friendly folks there, and a great selection of Chevrolet and GMC vehicles, as well as a great selection of fine used, or should I say pre-owned vehicles on the lot there at Glenn Smith. We got a number of other sponsors, and I'll tell you, I'm not going to say anything about who or maybe or anything like that, but be watching, as we could possibly very possibly add another presenting sponsor here in the near future for Georgia Alabama Sports Live. Some negotiations are in process. We hope to announce that very soon here on Georgia Alabama Sports Live. We thank everyone for visiting with us today. We thank everyone for viewing. And before we get out of here, we're going to recognize our Alex Quinney All-State Good Hands Player of the Game. And that is going to be Miss Kentley Spates for Calvary Christian. Kentley, she didn't do much today. She was only 4 for 4 with 2 singles, a double, a triple, and 5 RBIs, along with 3 runs scored for Calvary. So a stellar day for Kentley Spates and Coach Jeff Halstead at Calvary. Congratulations to Kentley, and congratulations to the Knights on another win today. And real quick, before we get out of here, let's mention our schedule coming up. Tomorrow, you have the Step Up, Make a Difference podcast. It comes out at 7 p.m. tomorrow night. And then right after that, the Georgia Alabama Sports Live show with Thrift Behringer and Richard Holdridge. The Calvary Coaches Show on Monday. Calvary Coaches Show will come on that evening. Glenwood Media Day will take place also on Monday. On Tuesday, we will bring you at 5:30 p.m., we'll bring you Hardaway at Calvary softball. We'll bring you Columbus at Pacelli volleyball. And then that evening, Rick Beach will have the Harris County Coaches Show. On Wednesday, Manchester at Shaw softball, and Northgate at Harris County softball will come to you live on Georgia Alabama Sports Live. Thursday, a couple of softball games before football season gets started. Pacelli at Calvary at 5:30, Southland at Brookstone at 4:30, and then the Mike and Mike Show. Myself, Mike Peacock here, and Mike Frost will bring you the opening football game of the season, regular season, on Georgia Alabama Sports Live, as we will have the Hardaway Jackson contest down at Otis Spencer Stadium. Looking forward to that. Big Mike Frost joining our team this year. Looking forward to doing the game with him on Thursday night. And then Friday, we've got a full lineup of football. Northside at Shaw, and Manchester at Harris County. Gator Night at Glenwood. They do not have an official game, but they're going to introduce all of their fall sports at Glenwood. That's a big night over on the campus at Glenwood. Tatnall Square at Brookstone. I'll be back on the mic with the legendary Scott Miller on that one on Friday night. I'll be his color analyst on that one for Brookstone football Friday night. And then we're going to have the high school game day show as well Not sure of the location of that yet. I think we'll announce that later this week, which one's going to be the game of the week. But we'll have that game day show. And a new feature we've got this year on football broadcasts is our halftime scoreboard show. Richard Holdridge anchoring things down at the Beck Center studio. And we're going to shoot to him on all of our games at halftime, and he'll bring you updates from all around the area and the state, or actually the 2 states of Georgia and Alabama as things get going here this year. We're excited about that show. Richard's excited about it. And as always, folks, make sure you tune in on 92.1 Sports Visions Radio every morning. Thrift Behringer and DJ Jones. DJ Jones has done tremendous work with Sports Visions for many years here in Columbus, and now they've got the only real local sports show every morning from 6 to 9 on 92.1. So make sure you join them. They have fantastic guests on that show. From our producer, Tyler, Mike Peacock, thank you for joining us here on a Saturday morning in Columbus, Georgia. We'll see you again tomorrow with live events on Georgia Alabama Sports Live as we bring in our shows that we have every week. Thank you for joining us, ladies and gentlemen. Have a great weekend.